Hello. Okay, this is going to be a little generic and probably kind of dumb, but I was trying to figure out how I can show this to you on my computer. Okay, let's see here. I got my little box here. It's not going to be too high. No, it's still going to be. Okay. That work? Okay. Now, making your black salt is not hard. I have made the most simple recipe here, and you can put anything you want. As I said, it's for protection. It's also used in returning hexes. So what you need is your regular table salt. And depending on how much you want to make, it's how much you put in here. Don't make a jar any bigger than this, I wouldn't think. I already have some, but I'm going to make a little more to show y'all. But a little bit goes a long ways. So you don't need a whole lot of it. Now I like using my funnel. I think we're going to start with probably 1 good tablespoon of salt, or maybe 2. We'll go 2. Okay. Now, I tried to pick something that you would have for, you would already have in your kitchen. Of course, you can use rosemary. You can buy it already crushed. You may want to crush it more. Just remember, you want your color, your salt, to be black, okay? So be careful how much. You can always put more charcoal in, which I'll show you in a minute, but you can use any protection herb. If you have rosemary, or I have powdered sage, which I will be using in this one because a lot of people have powdered sage in their cupboards. If you have a sage smudge stick, you can trim some of your sage off and cut it up in real fine pieces and put it in here if you wanted to. But this just makes it already all the more simple. Some people will say, well, the herbs that you buy in the store aren't as potent as the real, uncrushed, untouched stuff, but I think they're all the same. And as I always say, it's your intent that matters most of all. So we're just going to put 1 of your tablespoons of this. And see, it's already crushed up really fine because you want it to be as fine as you can get it. That's why we just use regular table salt a lot of times, because it's already pretty finely chopped up. Now you can use, I know, sea salt and Himalayan sea salt. Of course, that's pink. You wouldn't want to put pink in here. You could, but it would take you a whole lot more charcoal and stuff to cover the pink. You see what I'm saying? So it's best just go ahead and use the white. You can use a white sea salt. Just have to put it in your mortar, or in your mortar, and use your pestle and mix it up. Okay. So I use sage. I told you that you could use rosemary. You can even use parsley. Parsley is a protection herb. Most everybody has these herbs in their pantries or in their cupboards. So this is why I picked these right fast. Now, chili powder, chipotle, like I've got chipotle chili, which I've got 2 in 1 here. Or you could just use plain chili powder. It's darker. I usually in mine, I also put dragon's blood resin. It's really good for protection and warding off evil stuff. But I didn't figure that y'all would have any dragon's blood resin yet. So, and you can also buy the dragon's blood powder, which is a little more convenient because sometimes crushing up that resin is a pain in the butt. But I picked this out for this one because I use this anyway. And the dragon's blood is more for protection. So if you wanted to put another protection herb in here, you could. I'm not going to. The sage is fine. And this has protective qualities in it too. Plus the heat of it, usually, okay, think about, something hot. You get away from it. You're repelled away from it, which is what we want it to do. We want it to repel the bad energy away from you. It'll get near and go, ow, that's hot. Move away. You see the gist of it? So that's why we put the chili powder or chipotle, or, you can even use crushed red pepper. But then again, usually when you buy crushed red pepper, it's as crushed as it's going to get. And you're going to have red all floating around in your black salt. So try to stick with darker colors. We're going to put, about maybe 1 of these, I guess. Sometimes it don't come out very good. See? Okay, that's good enough. Just kind of eyeball it. You don't have to go by a certain. Just put what you feel you need to put, how much you need to put in there. And if you'll notice, this is stuff you can buy at the dollar store for $1. That's what I do. I go in there and they got bay leaves up here for $1. They had 3 little bottles of them left last time I got every one of them. So now I'm not putting in my intent behind each one of these because it would take me too long. And this is my 3rd video this morning. As you can tell, I'm in my pajamas now, so getting ready to go to bed. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning here. So I'll put the intent in it all together when I'm done. Now, here's the fun part. You want to use charcoal. You can use ashes from your charcoal grill or from your little fire pit outside. Just the ashes, of course. Don't make sure that there's, like me, I burn spells in mine, or that's how sometimes I cast them out, is by fire. So you want to make sure that your ashes don't have any old stuff in them. Yours probably don't because you're just starting out, but in the long run, when you go to make this again, and it's a lot easier just to go, take a couple of tablespoons of your ashes that's already already burnt and black and done, than to try to chop up all this charcoal. which I just did, and it's a pain in the butt. Got it all over my kitchen. But you can use, a lot of us witches will save the ashes, like when we smudge, whatever you're smudging, laying your stick in, your abalone shell or your glass ashtray, whatever you're using to catch anything that falls off that smudge stick, and then you put it out in. There's usually salt. We usually put salt down in that to put the stick out easier and better. So there should already be salt down in that container that you're using. So there you have it. Depending on how much you're making, you just take a spoon and scrape all that out of your abalone shell or out of your ashtray and put it in here. And there's you some salt, which you'll probably need more salt. You don't have that much in the bottom, but the whole thing can go in there. You see what I'm saying? Instead of having, and you're still probably going to have to, because we want it to be black, is why we use the charcoal. Okay. So, and I hope I got enough in here. I got about 2 big tablespoons. And it seems like I can't ever get it chopped up good enough. So we'll put this in here and see what we got. And see what I was telling y'all in the earlier videos about your mortar and pestle. I have this oak one, and look what it's doing. I will never get that out, but I will. It's good and witchy now. It's as black as my cauldron almost. So we have all that in there. You can stir it or just give it a little shake. I like to shake. Now, as long as you don't see any white, which I do. Can't really tell through here. Stir it up. Yeah. See, I still have white in mine. You don't want that. You see the white? So then you would just go and get you some more coal dust or charcoal. Or you can even actually put black pepper in here, which again, the pepper, repels stuff. You just have more in it and it's black. But black pepper is pretty expensive nowadays, so I don't think you want to just use a whole bunch in here. But anyway, that's how you make it. Mine's a little white right now. I need some more stuff in it to make it darker. But that's the gist of it. Like I said, if this happens, just put more coal dust in there, or more, you can put black pepper or ashes, whatever you want to use. And that's basically it. And you'd want to enchant in between everything you put in here. And then enchant it all together once you get it made up. And there's your black salt. Okay, thank y'all. And I will come back soon for another video on some fun stuff you can make. Maybe we'll do start on some oils. Okay, that'll be pretty fun and different for you. Okay, well, thank y'all and good night. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.